There is a story about a lady named Christiana. Um, she met this guy, and at first she had not been impressed about first his appearance, and then his occupation. He said he works with wood. Does that not make him a carpenter? There was nothing pleasant about his appearance. There was nothing pleasant about him. But as they began to talk, she noticed that there was this thing about the way he spoke. There was this thing about the things he said. The things he said brought comfort to her. The things he said were like balm to her soul, and that drew her closer to him. They continued to talk. Their relationship, their friendship grew, and um, whenever she was burdened, whenever she had problems, she would always go to him, and he would speak to her, and it was as if her burdens were lifted whenever he spoke to her. Subsequently, he sealed their relationship with an engagement ring, and they started planning for their wedding. And at the peak of the planning, at the peak of everything, he came and told her that his father had summoned him home. Christiana became very, very sad. Christiana was so sad. Why would your She understood that the dad had summoned him home and he had to answer the call. But when will you be coming back? She asked. The groom didn't know, and so he said, soon. When is soon? When is soon? How soon is soon? She asked. But he didn't know. He only said soon. Christiana was comforted because he told her that once he goes back, he will build a home for them. He will build a home for them when they get married. And that was enough to comfort Christiana. And so the next day he left, and started planning, continued the planning. She started designing her wedding cards. She started learning new recipes for her wedding cake, and she started taking up classes. She needed to be fit for her groom. She started losing weight, and her wedding gown, she kept her wedding gown clean because she needed also to be ready for her groom. Days she continued her classes, she continued learning the recipes, she continued losing weight, she continued keeping fit, and then days became weeks, weeks became months, and months became years. Yet there was no sign of her groom. And Christiana became worried. Christiana became wary. Rumors started spreading. People started talking about a girl named Christiana who her groom dumped and disappeared. Christiana cried. And that day she cried so much because she was already gaining weight. She was already forgetting what her groom looks like. She was already forgetting the recipes she had once learned. And her wedding gown was becoming old and brown and dusty. She was bone weary, and she cried that night. She cried so much because she knew that she was becoming lazy, and yet there was nothing she could do about it. And that night she dreamt. And in her dream she saw a wall, and across the wall a hand swept. For each passing day soon becomes sooner. And when she woke up, it was as if she received a revelation of what her groom looked like, as though she had seen him the previous night. And with that, she knew she had so much to do because so much has been left undone. She started learning the new recipes. She started taking up her classes. She started shedding weight. And wedding gown, she started keeping it. She had to wash her wedding gown. She had to keep herself fit and ready for her groom, because her groom could come anytime. He could come tomorrow, and even if he does not come tomorrow, she knew already that for each day that passes, for each moment that passes, soon becomes sooner, and now soon is sooner than ever. So we all are like Christiana, waiting for our groom, waiting for our Jesus to come back. But since we are waiting, and while we wait, we have to keep on doing the things. We have to keep ourselves ready for his coming, because we now know that for each day that passes, for each day we wait for our Lord to come, soon becomes sooner, and soon is sooner than ever. So we must be ready for his coming. We must be ready for our groom. Can we bow our heads and pray? Can we bow our heads and pray? There's so much that has been left undone. So much has been left undone. We need to be fit. We need to be in shape for our groom.
We want nothing else but you, Jesus. Nothing more will satisfy us. There's a generation
Jesus' name.
rising